What's up, guys? Hey, encouraging news. God is a provider. He's provided for me time and time again, and so I want to talk about it a lot this year. Jehovah Jireh, the Lord is provider, or the Lord provides. I want to share stories of how He's done that for me, and the first one that I want to talk about is just how He has always given me work. I've never been without work. I've never been without a job that provides some type of income. And of course, I have worked. It's been laborious, but there are verses in the Bible that say that even like the diligence of our own hands, even in a sense, our will to work or our ability to work, these are gifts from God. And so, seriously, I've always had work, and not only that, I have never even applied for a job before. I've never done a job interview in college. I never even went to a career fair. Like, I have just had work to do. So I started working summer after junior year of high school. That's when I was 16, so that's when I was old enough to be allowed to work. And I had a friend's mom from middle school / church that had a school planner manufacturing business. And so I was just paid 19 cents a planner, and I would run the coil through the planner, and I'd put the little sheet insert for each school's name, and I'd crimp the ends of the planners and prep the different orders for these different schools to be shipped out. And that was an amazing summer gig for me. Summer after junior year, summer after senior year. I go to college, and two different people refer me to be a camp counselor at the same camp. Two people that I looked up to a lot. I would not have considered doing camp counseling, but it kind of fell into my lap, and they wanted me to work for them, and I said, okay, great. That next summer, I needed to do summer school, and so I only had, first half of the summer I'm in summer school. I'm like, hey, I have a month where I could work, but who knows if I'll even be able to find work for just a month. So I didn't even really try very hard. But my high school reached out to me, and they were doing this essentially like international student leadership training program, and they asked me to kind of be the counselor, or just kind of like the relational liaison between these high school Chinese students that were attending this summer camp and the staff of the school that was putting it on. Also, in college, I needed work, and I got several jobs. The main one that I did was in the identity management office, kind of like help desk, setting up NetID stuff. That was not a job that I found or that I applied for. A friend was already working in that office and said, hey, we have an opening, and got me that job. Thank you, Allison Phillips, now Allison Roos. I also did random like yard work type stuff that I didn't necessarily find or apply for myself. Then, summer after junior year, I get a banking internship that was given to me through the commercial banking program, and specifically the bank that I prefed number one also, I guess, prefed me or struck out on their higher prefs, but we realized that we had a mutual friend that the employer of this bank and I both knew, and so he could kind of suss me out that way. Realize I'm not a terrible person, so I get this banking internship. And then during senior year, I need a job that can let me work in Houston and in College Station. And because my wife, who I'm now married to, we got married summer after junior year, has a 10-week accounting internship in Houston. We live in College Station. It's an hour and a half away. I'm not trying to live apart from my wife. So I end up where all 4 classes that I needed for my last semester of college were offered on Tuesday, Thursday. And so Tuesday, Thursday, I drove to College Station. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, I got to work at Northwestern Mutual. And I just kind of snuck into that. I have a couple friends who have worked there, and kind of the managing partner of the Houston office is another dad of a friend that I went to high school with. Thank you, Reader family, for giving me a job. But they just gave me a job. I did actually interview, but I didn't apply formally or go through their normal process. But did that. That turned into a full-time job. And then I was offered a job at church which I took on a part-time basis, and then it was offered to be a full-time job, and then the invitation to move to Arkansas. It was all of these were just put in my lap. Here's an opportunity. I mean, a couple times I sent an email, but that's it, you know. And I've always had work, and now, of course, I work for myself. And you know, you could debate whether or not it's like, you know, it's not necessarily given to me at this point. It's you got to go out and work for yourself. But all throughout those years of, you know, 16 years old to 27, 28 years old, I had work provided for me. I didn't earn the work. I didn't find the work, but I did good jobs, and ultimately, I'm just super thankful for the Lord's provision. It's His provision that I have the ability to work, and it's His provision that got me these different jobs that I was able to work through and work in and learn so much at and grow so much at. I'm just so thankful for His leadership, for His provision. He gave me work, and He provided for my family and for me as an individual throughout those years of work. I was never literally starving, but the work that I did provided for my needs. So thank you, Lord. I want to share that with y'all, and I'll share a lot more stories this year about how the Lord has provided. Have a great day, guys. See you soon. Life is worship. God is love.